What's up, people? Welcome back to Ordinary E and another video. I know you came back to see about the laptops, but my friend reached out to me, said he wants a PC. So today we're going to see if we can build a quick PC, and it'll be a nice little video for you guys while I work on the laptops after that. So let's get some parts, because I have some old motherboards laying around and I do want to get rid of stuff so we can get on to newer, better and more awesome things. Right. Here are the three contenders. I have motherboards. They're old. You can tell they're old because they have VGA connections or DVI connections, no HDMI connections. This one has a load of USBs. This one has some USBs. This one has two USBs. A few other connections. Graphics card, PCIe lanes, and 2 RAM. So they're all pretty much similar, and I just got to check up on the motherboard numbers. So this is an ASRock H61MS, that's pretty good. This is a Gigabyte, and this is a Foxconn, all pretty good for their age and back in the day. This is the oldest. Straight off the bat you can see there's some damage to the pins, so we'll try this one first. If not, then it'll be this one, and then finally this one. He reached out to me, he says he just wants a PC for the retro gaming, so he must have seen that on my channel, that maybe wants to get into some desktop online retro gaming type scenario, and doesn't want to do anything special other than to do stuff to print, etc. So let's just check out the motherboard's pins supply. So there's an 8-pin over here, but 4 pins was covered up. You only need 4 for the CPU. Then our other problem in the past has been the power connectors, but they all seem very similar. So the first thing I'm going to do is try and research this motherboard and see what CPUs they take, and then see if I've got a CPU. So whichever one I've got a CPU for, I can then use. They also are a bit dusty, so I may have to do a bit of quick clean, I think. All right, guys, I did it off camera, but I did go in here and I straightened out most of the pins. They all look like they could be usable, and the only tool I have is this crappy magnifying glass, and I use my soldering iron with a very thin tip to try and move them. But I did notice there is one that has a head that is completely snapped. So don't know if it's going to work. We're going to try it first. I need to find out what CPU goes on this motherboard, so let's do that. Okay, so I've just googled CPU compatibility with this Foxconn N15235, and it's coming up as a 775 socket. So it supports a quad core. No, it supports a Core 2 quad, or a duo, or Pentium dual core, or a Celeron processor. So I'm looking for an E5 300, E5 400, E6 300, or any 775 compatible CPU, I guess. It should have a 31 chipset, maximum 95 watts for the CPU. So they're only going to use 95 watts, so that's good. So let's see if I've got a CPU along those lines. All right, and here is where I think put all of my CPUs. We have that one. Yeah. E4, E5, 4, yeah, that's a E1. Here's a Pentium. That's a Pentium. So don't think the i7 and 5. A G850, what is that? That's a Pentium. Okay, so we can try these. Let's do it. Okay, so the nearest one I have to the recommended CPU is this E5 430. So we're going to try that. So CPUs have a little triangle on the corner or a cutout, and that should line up with a triangle or a cutout that you will see on the CPU. Okay, and on this instance, they put the triangle on the actual clasp here. There's a triangle there. You can see the same they've done here, another triangle. So we're going to line up the triangle with that. Pop sheet in, hopefully it sits. No, it's not quite sitting right. So, and the reason why, there needs to be a notch where this triangle part is, and then looking at the CPU, the only one I have like that is this Pentium one. So hopefully this one fits, because there's a notch top and bottom. Yeah, that one seems to fit better, because you need a notch top and bottom as well. So yeah, that one's gone down. And now this should be able to shut like so. So we've gone with the P4 in this one. But as I said, there's a pin that's actually snapped off. I don't know if it's going to make contact, and I don't know if that's going to work. So we can now move these to the side, get this out of the way. Let's get some RAM and a power supply and just rest a cooler on there, and then plug it up and see if it will turn on. I think that's what we should do. We're not going to need much power supply, so he doesn't want to use it for anything else other than the internet and maybe do some printing. He wants to print out documents or whatever. We only need a very small power supply. I'd say, what, 250 watts? Okay, I've got a 300 watt power supply here. So let's plug in a very short cable here. When we pick the case, we've got to be able to make sure this power supply is nearby. And then this needs to reach. Oh dear. Okay, it reaches. It's only a 4 into an 8. I think the CPU only needs 4 anyway. So we'll put the 4 in, make sure nothing is touching. Okay, so we've got the power supply for the motherboard and the CPU hooked up. All we need is some RAM. Go and get some RAM and see what we put in there. I don't know if it's Gen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm just searching through all the RAM I've collected over the years, and it looks like it's a DDR2. Okay. I don't know if that works. Let's put a quick little cooler on top of that. My makeshift cooler. And then we've got to hook it all up and plug it in and turn it on. I think that's all we would need. Okay, I just stole the operating system from the previous PC. Oh, but by the way, I gave that away. He went for the money. Oh, I need to check if this battery's got 3 volts. He decided to take the money because he's in the US and I couldn't ship it to the US. I actually got a buyer coming to pick it up today. So I should be sending you some money, hopefully. That was Retro something, Cars, PC, RC. Yeah, right. So we got that connected as well. There's some power to it. All right. Almost there. So let's hook it up to the monitor. And good that I've got my monitor close by now. That's good. I need a test rig, don't I? So I can quickly swap out, put things in. Monitor's hooked up. Nothing's touching, yeah? Because if you touch something with metal and metal, it will short like this power supply. Oh, and I did use this to double check those pins. There is one definitely snapped off. It's only one. The rest of them kind of lined up. So it should be all right. And if you've ever used one of these, blimey. I don't know how people use it. It's a very cheap one though. Maybe it's too cheap, but very tough to use. So, but we managed to do it. All right. So now I just need to plug it all into power. All right. I've just plugged the power supply into power. Just double checking nothing's touching again. Cooler is on. It's plugged into the monitor. I'm going to turn on the power. There's no power switch on the power supply. But when I turn this on, let's see what happens. Okay. All right, nothing has happened because I need to turn the motherboard or the computer on. Don't have a power switch. I need to get a power switch cable. Hold on. Okay, I can't find the one I was looking for, but I've got some form of switches here. And let's just see if I put, it says reset on it, but whatever. I've got to figure out which one is the power. There's a pin missing as well. Oh no, that could absolutely mean game over. Right, I can't actually tell if this power supply is on or not. So I'm going to swap it out and put one that's a bit overkill, but at least I'll be able to know it's on or not with the fan. Okay, I'm on my 3rd power supply because I don't know what's going on, but it's absolutely dead. Nothing's happening. So I think the motherboard is kaput and the capacitors are puffing up as well. So probably not a good one to do. Let's move on to, or maybe it's the wrong CPU. I just don't have a CPU for this board then. So let's move on to the next motherboard. Okay, next motherboard we're going to try and use is this Gigabyte GAH55MS2. Again, we're going to populate it with a CPU that I need to find out the compatibility. Let's see what RAM it takes. Does it take the same RAM? No, it doesn't. All right, so it's a newer board. So let me populate the same. So we're going to put RAM, find a CPU that's compatible with this board, and that's it, and plug it up. Okay, so this is a newer motherboard. It takes DDR3, which is better than the 2 that we were trying to do. This one does take quite a few variances. It takes i7, i5, and i3, LGA 1156. I've got to find a 1156 LGA or Pentium. All right, let's do it. Okay, I have a chip that works, i5 760. That fitted on nicely. All right, put the bar down, plug sheet in. So the power supply is off first. Okay, it's all plugged in. Let's see what happens. Oh, I need a power supply. Oh, this power supply is not plugged in. Damn it. Right, now let's see what happens. No fan. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see. I've figured out the power button. So if I touch these 2 here. Oh. Helps if we turn it on, right? I think it's these 2. Yes. All right, fan is spinning. And I have hooked up a monitor here now because this one is automatic and it chooses between HDMI and DVI. And I just want to be absolutely sure it's picking the right one. So this one is only VGI. Am I getting a signal? No. Anything could be wrong. But we are getting a fan. Let's see if the CPU is getting... Oh, shit. Yeah, okay, the CPU is working. Turn this off. Let's work out. Hold on, I haven't checked the battery. Let's check the battery. Oh, it should be from the last time, from the last video. It is. This should say 3 volts. Oh, it doesn't. Look at this. Can you see that? 99 volts. 9 volts. 0.9. It should say 3. But let's change the battery. Okay, I've got a bunch of batteries because we've been messing about with batteries from the last videos. There we go. 3.29. All right, let's put she in. Everything is off. Battery secure. Turn it all back on. Now touch the... Come on, baby. Anything? Oh, that's going to get hot. Nothing. No recommended 920. No signal. No signal, guys. No signal. Ah, that is a shame. Right. What could it be? Could be the wrong CPU, although it is getting hot. Yes, we got it to post, guys. Check this out. Loading operating system, disk failure, insert a disk and press enter. Holy cow. Okay, we got a working computer, I think. So let's build it. So what I did is I put my graphics card in instead because it wasn't coming out of the motherboard for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, this is toasty. But that's awesome news, guys. Awesome news. So now we just got to get this and put it into a case. That graphics card never lets me down. All right, first I've got to take this sticker off this bloody thing. Oh, we got to get a cooler of some sort mounted to this. The RAM can stay, that's fine. Let's get this off. All right, for a cooler, I have pretty much a few of the same options. They all look the same to me. So I think we can just use any one of these. And they just pop on here, right? Yeah. All right, that one's going to need a clean. I like the fact it says Intel on that. Let's give this a quick clean and pop it on. Okay, she's all cleaned up. And let's just double check. So this would fit in here. And then we can sit it down like that. Well, let's put some thermal paste. Don't forget your thermal paste. Would it be better that way? Yeah, we cannot see the cable. All right, some thermal paste. Running out of thermal paste, so I'm going to have to use my, really good MX6 Arctic, which I'm not happy about, but that's all I have at the minute. Now, I do like to spread it, but this PC's not crazy. Okay, she's on there, guys. That was a bit finicky, but you've got to pull these legs up. I'll show you on the other thing. So you've got to make sure these are up and these little tongues are, otherwise when you push it down, let's see if I can do it. The little black thing in the middle pushes the tongues out. So you've got to pull it all the way up, twist it. I don't know, you just twist it and out. I managed to do it. It's very finicky, very odd. But we can now clear all of this. So she's ready. We've got thermal paste. We've got the cooler. We've got the RAM. Now we just need a case to put it in. And the power supply goes in there too. Let's tidy up a bit. All right, I found a case. So just a bog standard case. Nothing special. What do you think? This will do the trick. Got a DVD drive in there. Needs a bit of a clean. And should be good enough. Yeah. Right, let's open it up. Oh, that's the back. Round. Oh, yeah. It's already got a power supply. 500 watts. Ooh. All right, let's leave that. Got a DVD drive. It's got 2 DVD drives. So a writer and a super write master. Okay. Those can stay in there. Oh, we'll need the, what is that? Some audio jack thing. Possibly. Power buttons, nice to see. What else is in this? Oh, the card readers and stuff. Power supply. Does it have 4-pin? Yes, that's all we need. Guys, that's all we need. Right, let's hook this up. I don't know if this power supply works. Hopefully it does. More, what is this? It's for the data. Lots of cables. Seen that before. Audio, yes. Power. Okay. We're going to need the I/O shield, aren't we? Let's try and find one of those. If I remember rightly, yes. I put all the I/O shields in this box. So, oh dear. We need to find one that's going to fit. Are you kidding me? Straight off the bat? Oh, it's close, but no cigar. Let me search for this box and find an I/O shield that fits. Okay, the closest one I found that fits is this one. It's not perfect, but does give you access to, I think it's one I've cut already. Yeah, I've cut this already. So it does give you access to the ports, most of the ports and all of this. So I think we just use this one. Let's put this in. All right, now the motherboard doesn't need any stands because they've got these little up stands already on the case. I'm gonna go in this way. Yes, and the holes line up, everything lines up. All right, I'm going to screw it down. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 6 screws. Okay, I've got 6 of those screws, and they've got a little edge on them, so they bite down. Right, I'm going to put those on the motherboard. Okay, that's all screwed in. I can't do 3 of the screws, but that's okay. Put those down. Right, let's connect the power. So we'll do the 4-pin for the CPU. We'll do this for the motherboard. I think that's him. Right, we can connect power to this drive. Hopefully, oh, it's Molex. Oh dear. We're going to need Molex to SATA for the SSD, which I just rested this magnet on top of, so that's probably damaged it. Well done, mate. Well done. But let's continue. So this cable will plug into one of these USBs, and if I don't have a a Molex to SATA, I'll just take off one of the drives, right? He's not going to need all those drives. Keep this out of the way. I've just noted this is all dusty down the bottom, so let's hoover that out. Yes, I found a Molex to... Oh, it's not going to be... Shoot, no. Found a Molex to SATA, but this doesn't clip in there. All right, let me carry on looking. Yeah, I've got loads of those, but I don't have one with the male side, I guess you call it. But I did find this. So this is going to allow me to create more connections. Yes. This is how you do it. And now I can put one of these on there. Right? No? Shoot. Oh, I still can't do it. Oh, no. No, I can't do it. So I'm going to have to disconnect one of the drives. Now, this is a Super Writer Master. Well, it's not anymore. That is a shame. Yeah, that is a shame. You'll have to change the power supply or somehow get a connector that would deal with that. But we can put our drive on it for now, like so. Then we can connect this, like so. Just leave that there for a minute. I'll tidy all that in a bit. Now power. He is going to be able to use one drive, so we'll leave that connected. Tie that down somehow. Right, we are left with audio, which this board doesn't seem to have. So we don't need this. Then we have a speaker. Now this is labeled. We have another audio. We don't need audio. We don't need audio right this second, buddy. Not right this second. There is audio over there. Oh dear. All right, we can plug one audio in. There we go. So basically what I'm doing is I'm looking at the board. It says audio on the board. Now I've got to find out how this power goes. I'm just going to have to go in deep here and read what this says and plug it in with all of these silly little things. And hopefully I get it right. Right, wish me luck. Right, I think we're done. So I've connected the SSD. I've got the RAM. I don't have a graphics card in there. Should we put my graphics card in there? My trusted graphics card that makes everything work. Do need to take one of these off. I even plugged in these USB ones that would probably make these front devices work. No, we don't need any of this now. All right, let's put the graphics card in. And let's see if she still powers on. Right. Good job, good job. All right, we're almost there, guys. We have hooked everything up. We can put the back on because there's no cables at the back, so the back can go back on. All right, back is on. So there is a contraption here for audio type thing. I don't know what that does, but there's nowhere to connect it. Now there is another connection for a fan, so I might stick a fan on the back to blow air out. That's going to blow the hot air up and out, and there's no air coming in other than I think there might be a fan at the front, but I can't be sure. Is that a fan? Maybe I can put a fan here because it'll be good to get air in somehow. Yeah, I think I put a fan here to draw air in, but there's only one more connection for a fan. Don't have another connection. So I can only put one more fan in here. So let me decide what I want to do with that. But first of all, let's just see if it powers on. Are you ready? Okay, power, power, power. Power to the monitor. I know you can't see the monitor at the minute, but I want you to see the PC if it turns on. Right, if I press the power button, where's the power button? Where's the power button on this thing? And it also has a switch here. Oh, I found the power button. Yes, fan spinning up. What is it gonna do, guys? What is it gonna do? Beep, we have audio. Yes, you can't see the screen, but I can. There we have it, guys. That is a setup. I've got to go into the BIOS, so I've got to connect a battery and cable. But it looks like I'm going to go into the BIOS, set the date probably, and reboot it, and hopefully we get Windows up. Let me do that. And there we have it, guys. I've got another system working with just parts just laying around, old parts. And don't forget, I'm just an ordinary guy, guys. I don't know anything about tech. I don't know how this is happening, but I've built another PC that I'm going to be giving away to my mate. So hopefully this works fine. I'm going to check it out. If not, I'm going to put Ubuntu on here, and you know, he's never used a PC, so why not just go straight into Ubuntu and learn that rather than try and learn Windows and you ain't got updates and all the rest of it. I'm going to stick another fan in here. I don't know if I'm going to try and drag air from here or from the front, or I just have air blowing out the back so it's sucking somehow from the back. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys, what you would do with that. All right, guys, so there's 3 things left I want to do with this PC before it is ready to go, and that is 1, swap out the fan. Oh no, sorry, put another fan here. 2, swap out the graphics card, because there's no way I'm letting go of that graphics card at the minute, because it is awesome. That graphics card just makes everything work, so I've got to keep hold of it until I find a better one that also does the same thing. I don't know if I'll ever get rid of that graphics card. I think it's a GT 710. Pretty good. Just everything seems to work with that graphics card. And then 3, we're going to put Ubuntu. It's a Linux system anyway. We're going to put our Linux system on here and see what that looks like. So let's do it. Give my graphics card back, please. Gonna go for this one. It's the worst one I have, so he doesn't want it for any other reason than to surf the net, so it should be all right. But then after this, the graphics cards are they're gonna start being better, because what I have left after this is better. However, this one doesn't fit, so you will get a better one. Oh, you're gonna get an ATI? Possibly. Does this one fit? This one doesn't fit either. It's the same connection. What is that connection there? These two are the same, so you're gonna get a better one than that. Okay, so the only one I have that would work, I think, is going to be this ATI. Don't know what type it is. Just says ATI on it. It is a Radeon AMD. Let's try it. There's no screw thing here, but I think something goes over the top here. Was that what this was? Yeah, okay, so that locks it in. Right. Put that on, but we're going to try this graphics card. It is a different connector, so I'll have to give him an adapter as well. It's DVI. All right, so this is now secure. That means the card is secure. And finally, the fan, which I'm going to have blowing or sucking air out of the system and out of here, because this is going to be sucking cold air into the heatsink, and this is going to be sucking any hot air out. So hopefully create some pressure that drags air as well. So let's put this on. Fan's on. All that's left to do is plug it in to the bottom here. All right, there we have it, guys. We've got a fully compiled system. Now we can use this adapter. Oh no, it's different. Oh my god, how many of these connectors did they bring out? This is another DVI, and I think this is the one that will fit that. Please. Yes. Oh my days. Another DVI connector. Do not believe it. Do not believe it. All right, well, you can have that, because I'm never going to get a connector for that again. Never want to see it again. Never want to hear from you again. Never, never. All right, we're ready. Let's turn it back on. Okay, please boot. Yes, go, go. Oh, and there's a bit of flow from the graphics card as well. So yeah, that's sucking out there. She's booting the graphics card. You're happy with the graphics? Yes. Okay, guys, awesome. I know you can't see it, but trust me, you could trust me by now. Oh, and by the way, we just sold the PC that we gave away in the last video for 30 bucks. Guys, so Rust, what was his name? Rust Bucket RC, you're the winner, man. You got the 30 bucks. He took the money, by the way, guys. So yeah, there's your money. All right, so let's carry on with this. I think we're done now. So we've got the fan in, that's blowing air out, that's sucking everything. Everything's coming from this way and coming out. We can put the thing back on, and let's put Ubuntu on. Check this out, guys. Who remembers this? HMV, Home of Entertainment. Shout out in the comments if you recognize what that is. Tell everyone in the world what that was. All right, guys, in the last video I made a Ventoy bootable drive. It's got loads of different OS systems on there, and I think Ubuntu or Ubuntu or however the Linux anything thing is on here. So plug this into the back, go through the system, and I'm going to show you when it's done. Right, I figured I might as well show you what I'm doing. So I've got the USB plugged into the back of here. I'm going to turn it on. Oh, wrong button. Top one. I'm going to try and go into the BIOS, actually. We can see what we got in here now. F2 maybe. Delete. CPU's i5 2.93 giga. Bad, not bad. All right, guys, we're in the BIOS, and my God, I've never seen this one. Standard, October the 4th, 2025. So it's updated. 15. Samsung slave. Okay, HPET, no idea what it is, but we should put 64-bit because that's what our operating system is. The rest can stay the same. PC health status, reset case open status, no. Warning temperature, actually don't worry. CPU fan fail warning. Yeah, let's put these on. Let's go 90C. System fan fail warning enabled. Tweaker, MIT current status. What the? We got turbo ratio, non-turbo ratio, frequencies. That's what he has, guys. I don't know what you want to do with that. There's the timings of the RAM. Look at that, 999, 24. So they're both the same, so that's good. So we can leave those alone. Memory frequency is 1.3. We're going to do that after. All right. So that's the BIOS, guys. So let's exit this. Save and exit. Okay, Ventoy USB is in now, guys. So, okay, guys, I've got Ubuntu installing. And there we have it, guys. Welcome to Ubuntu. All looks pretty nice. Press next. That's it, guys. So we built another PC that we're going to be giving away to my buddy though this time, and I'll ask him how he finds this OS, and I'll let you know in the coming videos how he's finding it or whether he switched back to Windows.